Moonlight Breakdown. A brand new music video for X's song called Moonlight has just been put out, and given the death of the singer, this is more important than ever. Both the song and the video have a lot of hidden meanings, so make sure to stay tuned throughout the video to not miss a single thing. You don't want to miss this, especially number 3. Be on the lookout for the new giveaways we have going on, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Number 5. Mystery Girl. If you pay attention to the music video, you'll notice that there's a mystery girl walking through the party in the forest. She has brown curly hair, and for one reason or another, we never get to see her face. There are many ways you can interpret it, and I'll share some of them, but fans have been raving about what they think it could be. And let me tell you, it's actually a very personal connection to the late X. For in their mind, this is either a reference or a cameo by Geneva Ayala. Who is that? Well, that's the late X's ex-girlfriend. And should this actually be her, this is significant for multiple reasons, not the least of which is what it implies. Should it actually have been her? And more so if this was a lookalike that was made to look like Geneva. And what would that mean? First and foremost, why do fans think that it's Geneva at all? Surely it can be just a, hey, does that look like da-da-da situation, right? Well, there are some signs that point it to being her, one of which is ironically her hair. Geneva Ayala has hair that looks exactly like the mystery girl in the video. But it's not just that. People slow down the video and notice that the mystery girl had a tattoo on her wrist, which is exactly what Geneva has on her wrist. Coincidence? Or something more? It's important to know why this is important or interesting that she could have been in the video or was portrayed in this video. Long story short, her and X had a complicated relationship and it didn't end well for both of them. So much so that there were charges brought up against X because of the way it ended. Therefore, if this was Geneva in the music video, then that would mean they were on talking terms and weren't as bad off as they were when they broke up, which could mean that they were friends before he died earlier this year. However, if this was a trick to make people think it was Geneva, then it could have been a plot to cast doubt on her claims against X, which, given how lawyers are and how some people think, it's not a bad conclusion to come to. No doubt the mystery of the mystery girl is going to go on for some time until it's either confirmed or denied by someone on the set. And there is a third option naturally, one that has this as a coincidence. But let's be honest, that would be one heck of a coincidence. But let's look at this now from the perspective of what it means in terms of the music video itself. In the video, we see X at the party in the forest, but do you notice that he's almost always alone? Sure, we see him noticing others, but for most of the party, he's alone, on his phone, under the shadow of the tree, or he's going through the crowd as if he's looking for something. Moonlight. Which is usually when the mystery girl shows up. This could be a signaling of how X misses Geneva, assuming it's her in one form or another, and that he's looking for her in the crowd, which is a symbol for the world itself, and yet can't find her. And so, he's alone. So, in a way, the Moonlight video could be an expression of sorrow and regret over what had happened to end their relationship, or a way of saying that he misses her and that he wanted another chance, which she obviously never got. This is no doubt one of the reasons people are reacting to the possibility of it being Geneva in the video, as that would cast a whole new light on the events before his death. The sad truth is, we'll likely never know the true meaning of it all, but that's why we have to guess, because each of us may see something very differently, and only together can we put together the pieces to the puzzle. Number 4. Moonlight. Let's focus now on the title of the song itself, as many are seeing this as a reference to the career that X had before he died, and not in the way you might think. After all, to say that X was controversial would be the understatement of the year. While he was a rapper, which most times led to controversy in one way or another, he took it to another level. His music was dubbed as satanic in many ways, and he also sang in bad ways about depression, mental health, suicide, and more. And this isn't even mentioning the jail sentences he had or the other charges against him that were dropped upon his untimely death. So how does this tie into the title Moonlight? Many things, but one of them is the first line in the chorus of the song. Spotlight, moonlight, Spotlight, moonlight. Let me ask you, what do a spotlight and the moonlight have in common? Simple. They're single sources of light and darkness that shine down upon people in a way that symbolizes what X was. But he wasn't the light, he was the darkness, and he sort of loved that. Case in point, listen to this quote he made after he heard about people talking about how dark he was. They're already saying I'm the most controversial artist of 2017, but nobody's seen half of it. I finally have everything in my fucking hands now, so now you're gonna see who's the greatest artist of the century. And I'm not talking about the best artist in my city or my country, I'm going for the best artist in the world. He loved that darkness was around him, in him, and he had no issue singing about it or showing it off when he could. And if you look in the music video, you'll notice that when he's alone and not moving with the crowd, he's in the shadows of the trees, signaling that he doesn't want the light to shine down on him because he'd rather be in the darkness where he feels comfortable and content. This is also quite ironic in the sense that ever since his death, the spotlight has been on him more than ever. For right after his death, his song Sad went to the top of music charts. And while Moonlight didn't do that, it did reach number 13 though, and is continuing his trend of being more successful in death than technically he was in life. Which is the ironic part, because it only happened when the light was truly shined on him. Just as sad is that despite his confidence that he would be the greatest artist in the world, he didn't accomplish that while he was alive. Rather, he set records after he had died. So that's the real question. If he had embraced the light rather than the darkness, would it have changed things? Number 3, friends and allies. While it's true that there is some mystery as to who is all in the music video for Moonlight, but there is one very obnoxious inclusion that you'll know if you remember who was close to X, and that was Kid Trunks. No, not the Dragon Ball Z character, the singer, rapper, former fan who is known as Kid Trunks. Who is he, you ask? Well, you see, Kid Trunks had a very close connection to X, as well as Ski Mask the Slump God. For the three of them were part of a group called the Members Only and Very Rare Collectives. And during the early stages of all their careers, they would use basic techniques to help promote themselves to people in their home areas, which was Florida at the time. Quite simply, they started small and they used their loyal members to help spread the word. Members Only and Very Rare was a whole collective. It was just people in a group chat promoting X and Ski's music. We'd have meetings every week and a half at McDonald's, and everybody had a goal to send 20 different people a certain SoundCloud link, he explained. You may think that's utterly basic, but the fact of the matter is, it worked, and in spades. Before they knew it, they had a cult of followers, and it was growing fast. So when they did concerts in Florida, a lot of people showed up. Our shows were crazy too. We'd pull up deep as and fans would come out. Everyone in the group was genuine and just wanted to see each other grow. Kid Trunks has also been very vocal ever since X's death, talking about how great he was and defending him from the hate of those who weren't understanding of him. And now that Moonlight is out, he has another way to help out his late friend, by making sure that video and song are as loved as much as his past songs. Just like in the old days of their member-only group, true friends stay loyal even after their friends are gone. Number 2, get your mood right. As noted, X wasn't always the brightest of singers, and I mean that in a sense of emotional style. As in, he was rarely a happy singer. But in Moonlight, while he does have his scenes in the darkness, he also sings about being in the light in certain other ways, mainly in the chorus. He sings, "Nigga, why you trippin'? Get your mood right." By get your mood right, it can be inferred that X is asking his followers, supporters, and even his friends that they need to look towards the bright side of things, which isn't something that he does very often. Although in his album Question Mark, he did sing some similar things in the song Hope. So outside of my misery, I think I'll find a way of envisioning a better life. For the rest of us, the rest of us. There's hope for the rest of us, the rest of us. What this could mean was that before the end, X was realizing that the darkness and the controversy that was within him wasn't enough, and that he needed a better mindset, a happier mindset, which could also tie into the mystery girl we see in the video, as some feel he's singing to her in some parts of the song. Either way though, for X to want to bring a brighter light into his fan base shows some serious reflection on his part. Too bad he didn't get to continue it. Number 1, doesn't want to be alone. There's many ways to interpret things in both the song and the music video for Moonlight, and some of them conflict with one another. But the bridge of Moonlight does say one very, very clear thing. He didn't want to be alone. All alone, call my phone. Make me feel right. Girl, you know when you call. Make me feel right. All alone, call my phone. Make me feel right. Girl, you know when you call. Make me feel right. Here, he's singing to the girl he's thinking of, and more on that in a bit, but he needs to see her, even if it's in text form, so that he can feel better. This is actually pretty standard for a relationship, but here it means even more. For, in a way, this girl is his moonlight. For in the center of his darkness, there is a light that makes him feel loved and full of positive things. He's basically begging for that feeling, which is why he sings that particular bridge. And yet, in another verse he sings how she planned this, which some feel is a dig at Geneva for the charges she put against X before he died. Another way to interpret this is that the girl that he's into is playing with his heart, and he can't stand to be without her. And she knows that, and uses that to her advantage, which might be the saddest part of the song, because no matter what way you interpret it, he was alone when he passed, and that makes it all the more tragic. What did you think of this breakdown of Moonlight by the late X? Do you find a new appreciation for the song? What do you think was either the best part of the song or the music video? Do you think that this will help people remember X even more fondly? Did you see something that I missed? Let me know in the comments below. And be ready for the next video, where I break down more rap songs. Hey, just a reminder that we're changing up the giveaways. From now on, we're offering the Galaxy Note 9, the one that comes with the exclusive Fortnite skin, the new iPhone X Max, which we'll pre-order for you, and the new Apple Watch Series 4, which we'll also pre-order for you. The winner gets to decide between these three. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, drop a like, and comment the hidden message in the video for a chance to win. You got nothing to lose. Go for it.